Hello, guys, and welcome to another episode of Scrap Time. I am joined, as always, by Vexelz. How are we doing today, lad? It's been a mad week. Rostermania, how are we feeling?
Crazy Rostermania, man. I'm good. I'm good. What about you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. It's been a crazy, crazy week, like you said. A lot of different changes going on, and
Mm-hmm.
it's exciting stuff, man. We had all the ups and downs of the optic stuff, then them going back, then we have players traded, players being getting fucking 500k contracts. It's been a madness.
Yeah, it feels like such a long week because it's like so many things have gone on. Crazy, but yeah, a lot to talk about. We'll get straight into it.
Yeah, straight into it. Let me just switch on over, bada bing, bada boom, to the VOD screen. Also, quick shout out to everyone who's tuning in live in the chat, and everyone on YouTube, guys. If you are new, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. More content coming soon. So we had the leak from CDL Intel, Crone over there. Actually, shout out to Crone from CDL Intel. It's his last year doing this. I don't know if you knew that, Vex. Crone is
Yeah, what's he doing now then? Is he
he needs to get like a better job that pays like a better. I think he's because he has like kids. He said he might have to get like an IRL job now,
right? Okay.
which is kind of shit. Like I feel like there's a lot of money in the scene. Someone could like really like pick him up and actually do
Yeah.
something. But
Wait, so just to confirm, is he the person behind CDL Intel?
yeah, Cron. Do you ever watch that GG Breaking Point? Do you know they do like the podcast? He's been on some of the podcasts lately and stuff.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So he has to retire from it. So anyway, shout out to him. That's Crone, the guy behind CDL Intel, released the leaked 2023 season for MW2. It's looking promising. I'm not sure if some of you guys have seen this yet. It was only
Mm-hmm.
tweeted out yesterday evening, so less than 24 hours ago. And yeah, looking at it first, so we're gonna have 5 majors and a champs. Which is already one more major than we had this year. That's already a W. And something to kind of kick it off, Vex. The first major, which is going to be in December, it's actually going to
Yep.
be within a decent amount of time with the launch. It's not going to be months away. And it's actually a Pro-Am major. So it's going to have some of those challenger teams there as well.
Yeah. The only bad thing about a pro-am is that it's not taken as seriously as a normal major, in it.
True, but I've heard that it's going to be like still a major format, but more
Okay.
like I think they might have like groups. Like so it'll be like an OCWL event groups and then into double elim.
Right. Okay.
So if
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes
So
sense.
if they do it properly, better than they did the Pro Am this year, then it should be counted as like a proper.
Yeah, yeah. No,
That's
that's exciting. It's good that it's a lot earlier as well. That means rank
Yep.
play should be out early as
I
well.
mean, teams only have should be like teams only have what? So say it comes out like whatever the 28th or something. So they have 6 weeks, 7 weeks.
Yep.
That's not that's not a long time. Like obviously
No.
it's great. I mean, but just in terms of the teams, they're going to make sure they hit the ball rolling, like because I hit the ground rolling, whatever. Because that's
I think Major One it'll just be straight gun skill. But I mean, those straight gun skill. I don't think they'll have time to find out like
yeah.
the
We
proper
could see
strats.
like an optic
Like
or a phase or
yeah. It'll just be like whoever can slay out the most. I think. But it'd be exciting to watch though.
yeah. And then the next one actually is so yeah, I like that. It's kind of just leading up to Christmas. Around when the World Cup's actually going to be on as well, the final
Yeah.
and stuff. So and then February we're gonna have Major 2, and then obviously we got March, April, May. So kind of like a once a month format. And the main thing that I want to kind of bring up here, obviously us being EU, me, you, and Vex, and most people in the chat, I assume as well. We want to see a London event.
Yeah, they've got to have a London event. So many people have
Surely.
been talking about it. Even the Americans want a London
Yeah, the
event because
Americans love them. Yeah, they love it. Yeah.
they know how good the crowd is. So yeah, I'd be disappointed if there wasn't one.
Yeah, so I'm
Definitely.
thinking usually, I swear London, they usually kind of do it like before summer. I might be wrong in saying that. So I'm thinking maybe major like 2 or 3,
Oh really?
or even major 4. I feel like the last couple of like London ones were kind of done before summer. But again, that was pre CDL. So again, it could be
Yeah,
any of those majors. But yeah, hopefully we can see a London one and then champs. Look how early champs is. It's
I
in
know.
June. So I
Well,
think.
my birthday is June 20th, so it's
Oh,
literally 2 days
okay.
before.
All right, you're gonna have like a birthday week then.
Might have to.
So yeah, that's gonna be good. I think the reason it's earlier too is because they're planning and they know that this COD's a 2 year cycle. So if this is a 2 year cycle, champs is in June. Maybe the season will reset a lot earlier. Like maybe the second season of MW2 might start in. I mean
October?
this time of year even maybe even August September. Like late, probably not August. Yeah,
Yeah,
probably September October. Yeah, like you said, August would be too
yeah.
early.
Because then when would it finish? It'd
Um,
finish. they'd have to finish in May the following year, and then you'd have an off season until the new COD comes out.
True, or else maybe they'll take a while. Maybe, I mean, maybe they'll champs
Because
finishes
that's a
mid
long time,
June.
isn't it?
Yeah, they might wait till like who knows? Maybe they'll take a few months. Maybe they won't start back again till October.
Because we can't have a 4-month off season.
No, we can't. Well, you never know. I mean, they could end up doing that, but it's gonna be. I mean, obviously we don't know. But anyway, as far as the format goes, it's definitely a big W. I mean, a lot better than this year.
Yeah. It is
So
better,
at starting earlier, we have one more major, and the pro
more COD.
yeah, exactly, more COD coming earlier. They're gonna actually hit some of the momentum from the COD coming out. Obviously around Christmas time too. Like a lot of people, that's like just before Christmas. So a lot of people will be off of like school. They'll be like work will be coming up to the holidays. So it should get a lot of viewers, and still COD will kind of be fresh. There'll still be a lot of hype around COD. So
yep. No, I'm excited, bro. A lot of content to make as well.
Yeah, facts. So yeah, good W there from the CDL, doing something good, listening to some of the mistakes they maybe made this year, and yeah, so that's gonna do it for kind of the CD, like the proposed schedule, the kind of leak schedule from CDL Intel. So hopefully at least some of that's true, because it definitely looks better than this year. And now the main event, Vex, the Rostermania. It's been a mad couple of weeks. We did a couple of videos surrounding this stuff. The last show we did actually last Thursday is when I think we just that evening when we finished it, they announced the Optic guys leaving, and then the next day after that, so the Saturday I think or something, they announced that they're sticking, or Sunday.
Yeah, it was exactly a day after.
Yeah, it was a roller coaster. I mean, they literally everyone thought it was bait, and then it came out that it wasn't bait. But I think the biggest thing about that happened from this is FaZe may have just got completely swindled. They thought they had Dashi, and then they didn't. So now they.
So do you think they dropped RCs in preparation to get Dashi? Or...
I think they were on the fence about making a roster change.
Yeah.
And then like everyone thought that they were actually free. Like everyone was getting like DMs, like Dashi and Scumper saying like people were getting onto them, like the team or whatever.
Yeah, I saw the recent.
Yeah,
podcast.
so obviously FaZe must have I mean, I don't obviously we don't know for sure yet, but like they could have just pulled the trigger at that point. I mean, like we're already kind of on the fence, and now we could have Dashi make the fucking literal best squad on paper in history.
I was saying now, if that squad actually was a thing, that'd be nasty. I literally don't see how they'd lose.
I mean, the only way they'd lose is if they completely trolled, like they just didn't rotate, they just didn't like.
Yeah.
Like even then, it would be so hard for them to lose. It's kind of crazy.
But FaZe, who are they going to replace for RCs?
Slasher's a rumor apparently, and as well the thing with Slasher is he didn't tweet for like ages, like 2 months or some shit, and then like the other day he tweeted that that Thanos, like scene from Thanos, everyone calls him Thanos. So basically, that was around all the rumors at the time. So it's basically a done deal. I mean, obviously it's official now. Let me pull up the tweet over here. It's official now that Arcides has joined Gorillas, so that's for sure. He's on a 3-year deal, one of those new 3-year deals with Spart as well.
Him and Spart. So
3-year deals. I mean, that's mad. That's a long time. That's 20.
I feel like really good. That's really good for Spart though. To say he's just coming to the league this year.
Yeah, now he's a 3-year deal.
Now he's got a 3-year deal locked in the league.
I've heard like a lot of the pros, like around like the community kind of way people look at Spart is like one hit wonder, I think, in lots of ways. But apparently, like a lot of the pros, like think he's nasty.
Yeah.
So maybe he's better than we think. They wouldn't sign him to a 3-year deal if they didn't have a lot of faith in him.
No, definitely not. We'll see how he's on next COD. That's the thing. A lot of these players, you don't know how well they're going to be on the next COD. Like
it's very game to game, and you gotta hope you're good at this COD because you could be playing for 2 years.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's definitely an interesting move. That's the official announcement. It's going to be Arcides, Spartan, Neptune, and Hook. Yeah, while we have this up, we might as well talk about this full roster. Obviously, we talked about Spartan, Arcides. What do you think in terms of, like, Vex, if you're comparing this to last year's LAG roster, where obviously it had Slasher and these 3 towards the end?
I mean, it's different, isn't it?
Well, I mean, but at the same time, like, they're really investing in the trio, like Hook, Neptune, and Spart, and these are a trio who didn't qualify for champs last year. But
I mean, I think RC is a bigger shout than Slasher. I think FaZe are downgrading 100%.
Do you think in like leadership and skill or?
Yeah, from what Formal was saying, RC is like a really good teammate.
Oh yeah, on the Optic podcast they were saying that.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's you just got to wait and see. I think RC's will do well because he's got more experience than Spark, so he can teach him. Neptune, Hooks obviously did well on Modern Warfare 2019, so I'm expecting him to do well.
Yeah,
The same engine.
they're gonna need Hook to be like that sub superstar.
Yeah.
100%.
So I'm expecting him to do well. So we'll see. If you got RC as a main AI, they can't do terrible. The guys.
No, they should be mid of the pack at worst.
Yeah, in the last 3 years, the guys come first, second, and
yeah, but
and
he's
second at champ.
also had Sympabeezy and Celium
True.
from almost all of his career. Not obviously the United days and stuff, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
Well,
gonna be interesting if they click.
They're definitely working around Spartan Arcities because they've got them locked into a 3-year contract. So
Yeah.
if Huke and Neptune don't do well, then they can always just try pick up some challenger players and
Yeah.
rotate the squad a bit.
And with the early tournament, and it's going to be a pro-am as well, so that's going to be there could be some early roster changes. Like if a team like shits the bed in the pro-am, a pro team, and then a amateur team does really good. You could see us change straight away. Like 1 or 2 players from like an am team could come in for a pro team like in December.
Yeah, I could see that.
Potentially, so that's gonna be interesting. Let me just get through these real quick. We'll go through the roster builder in a second. Sender is exploring other options for coaching. I think Rambo's probably taking the main reins over there, and then they might get like an analyst. A lot of people saying they'll get JP, who got dropped from New York. He's probably the best analyst in the scene, and now Sender's gonna have to look for something else. Personally, I was never a big fan of Sender as a coach.
I was gonna say, is this like a weird opinion? But I don't. What did he do for the team?
He was assistant coach to Rambo, and then in Cold War he was the coach, like the full-time coach.
When he was a full-time coach, they didn't do the best, did they? And then I feel like Rambo came in and from what they've advertised to the viewers, he's done a lot for the team. I feel like he proper steps up.
Yeah, well, he's just a more polarizing figure. I feel like people listen to him more. He's more outspoken. I think he's more of a strategist than Sender would be. He had more success in his career. Like nothing, like not to shit on Sender, but like
yeah, I feel like people didn't take him seriously though.
No, I don't think so either. I mean, he'll definitely get a spot somewhere, but like.
Yeah, when you watch the videos, I mean, I'm sure he's a great guy, but when you watch the videos, it just looks like after they've lost and he's trying to give them advice, it just looks like the players are just ignoring him and just I can't put it into words, but you know what I mean. They're not taking him seriously.
Yeah, so
but Rambo on the other hand, I think they do. They take him a lot.
Yeah, 100%. So anyway, best of luck to Sender. I think Optic probably made the right move there. Just kind of keep the coaching kind of more focused on one guy, so we'll see if he gets a spot anywhere. And then the last kind of tab we have up from Twitter here after we go on to the potential rosters from GG Breaking Point is just a little thing on Paul X. Obviously, he had some bad blood with New York, and he's a little clip from his stream here kind of saying what teams are interested in him. Let me just play that real quick.
Bro, the only 2 teams that want me right now are literally London and Paris. Everyone else already told me to fuck off.
Yeah, so he said all teams told to fuck off except for London and Paris. Well, I guess Vegas Legion. So, I mean, that's interesting. Paul definitely is going to be a good player. If he doesn't get a spot, I would be mind blown. I think Ravens will be a good spot for him. He's already worked with the people in that organization.
I was thinking of him moving to Paris or Legion, sorry. Him, Clayster, and Temp, and then one more.
Oh, but what, you put Paul in the full-time sub?
Yeah.
I think he could. Yeah, he could run it. I mean, he's definitely good enough to run it. But
he's definitely good enough.
I just feel like yeah, true. I just feel like he's better with an AR though. Like, remember him in Cold War with an AR? He was nasty.
I mean, I didn't watch much Cold War, but yeah, from what I've seen, he's nasty on the sub. But we'll see, because Clayster's exploring options in Boston, isn't he? So yeah, we'll see how it turns out.
Have to wait and see. And then so we'll go down from the top to bottom here. Shout out to GG Breaking Point. I'll link down below to give them kind of credit for this thing they've done up on their website. It's going through all the rosters. Quick shout out to everyone in the chat as well, guys. True, Mark, Shush, Comedy, appreciate you guys tuning in live. Let us know if any thoughts or opinions on these rosters. So yeah, the first one's LA Thieves. Obviously, Draza, Envoy, Kenny, and Octane are Call of Duty champions this year. No changes there. I don't think anyone has any complaints there, Vex. I think that's definitely a good choice.
Yeah, yeah. I don't expect them to do well in the next COD for the first couple majors, same as
Oh,
this year.
okay. You think it's going to be a similar learning process?
Yeah, and then I think they'll eventually pick up the ropes and get going.
I think it's all down, literally all down to Kenny. If Kenny's disgusting with a sub, I think they're going to be top 4 all year. But if he's not so good, then yeah, I think he's just our X Factor player. And then we have Optic, obviously Dashi, Scump, Iliad, Shotzi running it back after a little bit of commotion, but in the end they're gonna give it another go. Try to see if they can get a full season. Obviously the main worry here is Illy's thumb gonna hold out or not? So I mean, are you happy with them sticking, Vex, or you think they should have made a change here?
No, I'm more than happy. I was sad to see Dashi go. I think he's like one of the biggest brands in Optic apart from Scump.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's definitely one of the biggest brands.
Guy had 13 to 15,000 viewers straight after when he streamed.
Yeah, he went live right after the announcement.
Yeah, I was like, I've never seen Dashi hit those numbers before, so you can definitely tell that a lot of people want him on the squad.
Yeah, exactly. There was a lot of kind of clapback up to Optic about dropping him. Illy not so much. I think people weren't as fussed about Illy.
No, I could see Illy going if the injury isn't fully healed, because it's just a cost to the team. Like he can't be on the main roster if he's constantly going to be in and out. So.
And it's just uncertainty and.
Yeah, but if he's still on the squad, then they've got to have some sort of confirmation. Because I doubt Hex had let him on the main squad still, without full confirmation that it's.
Yeah, exactly. They've had all the doctor stuff, and I'm sure all that sorted out. And then the last squad. Only 3 squads actually sticking together out of the 12 from this year. It's going to be Seattle Surge, Accuracy, Mac, Pred, and Sib. I think the trio of Mac, Pred, and Sib is pretty untouchable. Those guys have looked really good. Accuracy for me shouldn't be in this roster anymore. I'm not the biggest Accuracy fan personally. Okay. He's definitely like a serviceable player. Like he's reliable, but like he's just too prone in this stage in the CDL. He's too prone to like a 0.8, 0.7 series. Yeah. I think you could put him on a coaching spot. Give him like a lot of money and put him on a coaching spot, and then pick up someone like an RCT, someone like a Slasher, who also has leadership, but is actually going to be like more of a reliable 1 or whatever, like 1.0.
See, yeah, I was going to say Slasher would be a great fit to that team. Slasher,
fantastic fit.
Dib. But then you've got it's either that or FaZe. Like you know who you.
I mean, you're gonna go to FaZe all day long.
You're gonna go FaZe all day long. So
yeah,
we'll see. Well, they're gonna stick, aren't they? So we'll see. We'll see how they perform.
For me, this is probably going to be one of the first rosters. If I had to make a prediction, that would change. I think they're gonna have like a disappointing start. I think Pred is still gonna be like maybe not as good, but still unreal. And I think Mac will be very good as well. I think Accuracy will obviously take the blame if they start losing. So we'll have to keep an eye on those guys, see if they make a change, or maybe they'll surprise us. Maybe Accuracy will be a walking 1.2. Who knows?
Yeah, look, we haven't seen Pred and Sib on a MW engine, so
no, we haven't.
We'll see how they perform. Oh, we saw Mac, I think, didn't we?
We saw he was disgusting. That was his best card. That was his best card.
Yeah.
And then we have Rocker. So obviously these are not guaranteed rosters, guys. Not all of them, at least. Some of them are still rumored. Minnesota Rocker, Afro, Attach, Bance, and Cammy, kind of like an EU squad plus Attach. And we got Famous as sub. I love this squad. What do you think?
If this is actually like going to be confirmed and stuff, this is going to be my new favorite roster, I think.
You think, like personality-wise, and
I'm gonna have to be a Rocker fan, I think.
Rocker have a great fan base already. It'd be a sick fan base to join.
Yeah, I know they do, but I think I might have to join it because that's a nasty squad. I mean, and it's mostly UK based. So
yeah, and Attach like vibes very well with EU crowds. I feel like he's just like very friendly, very like approachable. He's not like, I think he's going to vibe very well with like the kind of chemistry on the squad.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I think they'll dominate any London roster that's
we'll get through down to the other rosters, but yeah, I mean, this can't have been a cheap roster either. Attach would have got paid a lot more after his performance this year. Afro would have cost a lot, and plus his salary, and then they would have had to buy Cammy out. Bands probably wasn't too expensive because he was free agent, but he's still obviously paying him a decent amount. So good to see Rocker obviously investing. They want to be a team up there. They want to be winning. They want to be a champs. They want to actually try and get a couple of championships. So definitely a big squad to look out for.
They've got some good backing though. I know a few of the but you know,
I follow DMs and shit.
I follow a few of the people that own the organization, so
they've
got a lot of good people, big brains behind the org. So
and like Gunnar said in the squad, that's a scary a scary
Very
squad,
scary squad.
man. That could
Very
be
scary.
a potential, like, I mean, back-to-back champs winner, not champs winner, back-to-back fucking major winner if they get going.
Yeah.
So, and then we have LAG. We obviously talked about those guys already, so we'll skip past that. And then Atlanta FaZe, finally the dynasty roster, if you want to consider them that. I think I probably would, in my opinion. Abizi, Celium, Simp, that trio obviously sticking together. Probably the best trio in the league. And then picking up Slasher for Arcides. So definitely an interesting move. Slasher, he's going to be counting his lucky stars. He's got to be doing the lottery. He's got to be doing all sorts.
I don't know. Honestly, don't know how he's managed it, but fair play to him.
I mean, yeah, you got to tip it.
You got to tip it. Yeah.
I mean, he's had like a rough couple of rosters. So it's good to see him back on a good one.
Yeah,
saying?
I saw Rambo say that, just like confirming to everyone that he thought FaZe were the best team in Vanguard. Like Vanguard was the most unpredictable game.
Yeah,
and they came second pretty much every single
yeah,
major.
they were definitely the best Vanguard team. Obviously the last two events they weren't, but like if you have to pick like the best team throughout the year, they were definitely.
Yeah,
I mean,
James saying don't want to hear Slasher slander. I mean, I don't know. He's not. I don't think he's seen as one of like the best.
I think he is though. Vex, did you watch like IW Black Ops like 3, Black Ops 4?
See, this is where my opinions get a bit fugazi because I haven't been in the comp scene for that long. So
wait, you weren't around in like IW, Black Ops 4, Black Ops?
No, I was, but I was young in it, so I don't really remember. Like,
yeah, no, he was dominant, bro.
Happened.
He was dominant in those times. He went back to back with Thieves and Black Ops 4.
All I remember in IW was Optic winning. That's all I remember.
So like the best ARs were like back then were like Formal and then Octane back then, and then Slasher was always like the third best guy with those with those lads. So yeah, he's definitely good enough. Again with Arcides, it's kind of like, is it really an upgrade or is it a downgrade? I would say it's relatively lateral, just kind of a change of atmosphere. And someone like Slasher as well is like cutthroat winner, like he'll do anything to win. So maybe he'll bring a bit more seriousness to the squad. I think Arcides is a lot more like kind of he's a leader, but he's more lenient, kind of more fun, like about like positive whatever. But Slasher is going to be like a drill sergeant. Obviously, he can't talk shit to any of these guys because they're more accomplished than he'll ever be.
Exactly, yeah.
But he's still very accomplished. So it'll be an interesting roster. I still think they're going to be top 2 all year, top 3 at worst.
I think they have to. They have to at least win one because if they don't win one, then RC is just gonna be saying, "Look, you could have stick with me and we could have won." So
yeah,
we'll see. But RC was really good on MW, wasn't
he?
Huntsman?
He was okay. He was
okay.
Well, by okay, obviously he's disgusting, but he wasn't like.
It wasn't up there. Yeah,
he wasn't like top 5 or anything, I would say.
Right.
And James said, Slasher was LAG's best player this year by a landslide, apart from maybe that one event with Spark when he played well. But it'll be interesting if Slasher can perform well, then they're going to be looking good. And then we have Ultra. For me, confusing enough roster move. Very hard to get rid of Cammy, in my opinion. Obviously, you got to choose between Insight and Cammy. Insight is very, very good, very reliable player. I think Cammy maybe has a higher ceiling on total, but I think Insight maybe is a bit more consistent. Obviously, probably better S&D player. So they went with Insight. Apparently, FaZe are interested in taking Insight as well, but Ultra denied the request. And then they got Kleenex, Scrappy, and Hixie. So Vex, for this one, give me an out of 10 for a roster. Just on paper. Give me like an out of 10 for this squad.
I want to say 7.8.
7.8?
Oh, 8 out of 10.
An 8 out of 10?
Yeah.
Okay, give me your... I can break it down.
Because, okay, Kleenex is nasty. Okay, Insight, Cammy, in my opinion, should have been instead of Insight. Scrappy, we all know, is nasty, but I want to see how he performs, against all the pros in an actual team. Hixie, same again. I want to see how he performs against all the pros. They both have the ability to do it. It's just if they actually will perform.
I think Hixie's like that most unknown quantity. I think Scrappy is going to be like disgusting. Maybe not like crazy unreal, but he's definitely going to be good. And then Insight and Kleenex, you're going to get from those guys. But then Hixie is kind of the unknown quantity. Like, I think it's basically like a Hixie for band swap. He's just going to be there to support Kleenex and try and make Kleenex go rogue. So if Hixie...
I think as well, if these guys don't do well within like the first 2 majors, I can see Hixie getting dropped like straight away.
Yeah, and then it's
tough. Even after major 1.
But that's tough though. Like they've already by not having like a roster you can believe in going in. Obviously they do, but like let's say Hixie doesn't meet your standards. Like how many subs are there you can get?
You're looking
because
at,
they're all in contracts. Like even if you can pay a bag, orgs might not give the player to you.
yeah,
Like
Havoc could come in, like James said. Rook has released him, so
Rocker released Havoc. Yeah, but Havoc, is he really going to make your roster any better? Like
I think he's underrated. I think he's a great player. I don't know
no,
how
I
they,
think he's
they mesh, but
I think he's good too, but like he's not going to
and
be.
Havoc and Scrappy have a past. They used to play wages together.
No, but like Havoc, like okay, he came into Rocker this year. He played well when he came in, but he didn't help them. Like I'm saying, he could play well, but he's not going to help them become like from a top 8 to like a winning team.
True.
So,
True.
but still, yeah. I mean, obviously, you could bring him in. He can be a very good player, but.
Yeah, or Havoc to NYSL. Bro,
Oh
that's
yeah,
his old teammate.
yeah. Like it all comes full circle from when he got offered the original spot and wouldn't leave because he wanted Kismet.
If he gets to play with Kismet, they have like crazy chemistry.
Yeah,
so
they do. That could be interesting.
I love to see that.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. All right, so then we have Boston Breach, another very interesting team for me. It's got to be Nero, Vivid. Those guys are locked in. Obviously, the guys in bold are locked in. Even Hixie, we talked about, isn't locked in on that other squad, so you never know. But anyway, Nero, Vivid going to be the sub duo. Awakening is the rumored flex to come in, and then it's either going to be Zinni or Clayster as the main AR. My thoughts, real quick. Nero, Vivid. I think great idea to keep those guys on. One of the best sub duos in the league on their day, if they can keep developing them as well. Awakening, obviously, is unreal if they can just tell them the right way to go and to not just be an idiot on the map. They'll be fine. And then Clay and Methods, I think you got to stick with Methods here. I think
100%.
Yeah. I'm glad you agree here, Vex. I'm glad you agree. Like just the brand and the
bro. Methods is Boston Breach in my opinion. Like
literally,
he was the one that like was there with the main org. You know, when it started, I feel like the whole brand is just like him. I don't know. That's just from an outsider perspective.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think he fits it really well. And I don't know. I can't see Clayster really.
And I think what's weird
in that brand.
Yeah, and what's weird too is Clay's like 30, and Nero and Vivid are like, well, Nero specifically, I think is like 19. So like over a decade in age difference between the teammates is kind of like.
Yeah, he could get a bit frustrated.
Yeah, and Zinni would be kind of like vibe with them a lot more. I think performance-wise, they'll be pretty lateral in terms of stats. Clay definitely has more accomplishments, but like I think you got to stick it out with Zinni. I mean, he's going to be a cheaper player to pay. It's going to be easier just to sign him over. These guys have already played with him, so it's going to be interesting. And something Gunnar said in the chat, where is Standy? Standy, we haven't heard a thing about Standy. I mean, he's not on the rocker anymore. He had a great year in Cold War. He had a pretty shit year this year. So he could be either on Paris or stuck back in the pit.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy.
Think about it. It could be... Wait, Don's an AR, isn't he?
He's a flex, but definitely he's just AR most of the time, like almost.
Could you have Paul, Standy, Clay, and
who's the fourth
Donny?
we talked about? Oh yeah, Temp. Yeah, you could have that. You could have Paul, Standy subs, Temp on the flex, and Clay on the AR.
We said Clay, Temp, and fucking Paul, but we didn't say the fourth player, so it could be Standy.
That's true, Standy. But what's interesting is like with all the flanks and all the streams out of Temp and all these guys, I haven't heard a thing about Temp and Standy.
No,
not a single thing, which is kind of weird. So yeah, let's keep it going. We got Florida up next, so here's where the rosters kind of get shit, to be honest. So the rosters: Major Maniac, Gizmo, Nasty, Vickle, and Dav Patty as a sub. So basically, run it back, but instead of Trey Rs, they have 4.
Yeah, I can't see this. I can't see this happening. Because look at the London Royal Ravens.
Yeah, that's true. There's same players on the roster. Now I know these rosters aren't going to happen, and obviously no disrespect to anyone. They're all great players individually. Like I think all these players deserve a spot, and in the right roster. But just the way it looks on the paper right now, it's just not gonna work. I
can't see that happening. Honestly, I can't see it happening.
Yeah. No, James says 2 subs, 2 ARs. No, I mean, there's no like true sub. They're all like flexes if they're anything. They're not like true subs, and none of these guys. They can use a sub, but they're not true subs. So, yeah.
But yeah, the Mutineer squad.
Oh, you saying, Vex?
Sorry, they're not the Mutineer squad. The
Ravens?
go up a bit.
Oh, up.
No,
You wanna
the
go
one
up?
above it.
New York. Oh fuck! Did I skip New York?
No, not. Yeah, you see it in New York. Yeah.
Oh, my bad, New York. My bad. Yo, stream.
I
You
was
gotta,
gonna say I was waiting to talk about it.
you gotta catch me up. Yo, guys, if you have any ideas on these rosters, anyone live, exclamation welcome in, Abito, James, any of you guys, Mark, let us know if you have any thoughts, opinions, and guys, if you're watching on YouTube, let us know in the comments what you guys think. So yeah, Kismet, he's locked in. We know he's going there. Hydra probably going there, and then Skies and Priesta are the rumored other two. I think Skies are much more likely to go there than Priesta. I think Priesta's a bit up in the air. What are you thinking here, Vex?
Yeah, I think Skies is pretty much confirmed. From what Paul said, on their flank.
Yeah.
Well, not confirmed, but you know what I mean. Like it's a high chance. So I think Havoc would be a great replacement for Priesta.
Havoc for Priesta.
Do you think?
Yeah. So you got Kiz Havoc on the subs, Hydra on a flex, and Skies on AR. Yo, that team could low key go hard. That could be a good team.
I think that could be. Yeah. I don't know.
I can't see. Go ahead.
I just can't see Priesta like being a better option than Havoc.
Yeah.
And I want to see Havoc in the league again. Like.
Yeah, and
it's so annoying him not being in.
It'll bring your costs down too, because if you give Hydra $500,000 a year, you can probably get like Havoc for like the min. Kiz is probably on the min. Sky's probably on like 100 something K.
Yes, Skies won't be on min. He'll be on.
Yeah, 100, maybe 200, double. Something like that.
Yeah.
But like, at least you're making up for some of the Hydra stuff. But imagine being on that team, as like Kiz, who's on minimum 55K or whatever, and then Hydra beside you is on 10 times that.
It's crazy. It's crazy. But look, Hydra's brand is.
Oh yeah, and he's just
like his name
so,
he's so like big in the community now.
He's so young and just disgusting, and it's just it's just the way it goes. It just gets inflated, kind of crazy. James says Vexelz an AR. Maybe that's a lack of knowledge for me. Is Vexelz an AR? No, he said it's a sub. Is Vexelz a sub? I didn't know that. Is he a sub player?
To be fair, I'm not 100% sure.
I thought he was an AR or a flex, but I must be wrong. So yeah, that's New York. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. Priesta, for me, I wouldn't go with him. I think he's been not reliable enough the last few years. I think he is a great teammate, great personality, but just in terms of performances, he's kind of been on the downslope. So you never know, it could work. I wouldn't be maybe totally against it if you get him for the right price, but it's just kind of a tough one. Will he click with these guys or not? So yeah, we have to wait and see. We talked about Florida. I want to see Dav Paddy on the starting roster, man. Just get 4 Dav Paddies if you can. Get like his cousins, his brothers, and just put them in the squad, bro. They're gonna make champs.
I don't think we can talk too much about these like next 3 teams because, I mean, we've talked about Paris a bit. Oh, not Paris, sorry.
Yeah, true. Actually, gonna say in the chat, ASIM for Priesta. ASIM's a shout for some of these teams. He's like kind of like Standy. He hasn't really been rumored anywhere yet, I don't think.
Yeah.
But he's he's a sleepy player. Obviously, he's not going to be that crazy superstar like a Hydra, but he's going to be like a Kismet type player. Like, does the job like in terms of like knowing where to go on the map, hitting those routes, even a little bit of IGL work, I would say as well. So ASIM is definitely I think what should happen is a team that has an unknown sub player that are not sure how well their sub duo is. You should pick up ASIM on your sub bench.
Yeah,
and then you can bring him in. So ASIM, I expect to see him if he doesn't get in the league off the rip, I expect to see him come into the league. So
yeah, I can see him being like a sub quite early on in the league.
All right, so yeah, London we won't really talk about too much more. There's not really much rumored there yet. I'd like to see Zero stay on. I think he has a good personality. I think he's a good.
Same.
As terms of ARs, I would put him like top 6 AR wise in the league. Like he's in the upper half for me.
Not online. Sorry.
Yeah, well, I guess online. Yeah, that was kind of a whole team dynamic thing, though. I don't know if you can specifically pick out players from that. I think that's just how their team performed, like as like a unit.
Max saying Paul Zero, ASIM Nasty. That could be good.
That would be a good team.
Okay, Sense is not getting in the league, bro. The guy dropped a 0.56.
Get dog on.
The guy dropped a 0.56 in challenges. The guy's not getting in the league.
Wait,
bro.
when? When did he drop a 0.56? When?
No, whole like on average, the whole.
That's not. Wait, are you serious?
I saw it on Twitter.
No, that's not. No. That can't. No. I'm not saying. I'm obviously not saying Doug should be in the league yet. But I'm saying like, no, he did not drop a 0.56. There's no shot. I would be mind blown if that's true.
I'll find it. I'll find it and I'll show you it. I can't find it right now because it'll take me quite a while. But
okay.
I'll find it for next episode.
Yeah. No. I mean.
Okay. Pristini is being released by Atlanta FaZe. just now.
Oh, is there a tweet?
Okay, hang on. There's quite a lot happening right now.
Oh, yeah, it's like 6, 7 o'clock. It's about to all go down probably. All right,
Yeah.
I'll talk about Vegas real quick. Get us some links here. All right, Vegas. Yeah, so there's no rumors of Vegas in terms of on this sheet from Crone and GG Breaking Point. It just has temp on there. Obviously, loads of different players could go there. It says Clayster, Tej, Venom, some of these different guys. I think if you're a Legion, you just get a team that has a chance to compete. Like even just maybe make a little top 6, a couple of events, maybe even make champs. Like you're not gonna be too worried about winning much. Just be competitive and not get 20 points. So
yeah, no, these tweets are just basic tweets. Standy released from Rocker, Pristini released from FaZe, Havoc released from Rocker,
okay,
Priester released from Rocker. So it's just stuff we already basically knew, just getting confirmed.
Cool. Just getting confirmed rumors coming on in. Except we'll see more of those in the future as well. And then at the bottom here, we just have some coaching stuff. Novus is going to be replacing Muddog from LA Thieves, general manager. Muddog got like a promotion or some sort of a thing. And then Phoenix, D-Real, Marky B, Sender could be on the move. Marky B on the move from Toronto. That's very surprising. It's not guaranteed, but like even the fact that's a rumor, like I'm very surprised. Maybe he was very like with kind of Cammy and Bance, like that duo. Maybe that was
I could see that.
Because he's also Scottish, like Cammy's Scottish.
Yep.
Like, maybe that's a thing. I don't know. So yeah, Marky B. If he actually is leaving, he could be a great piece for like that Rocker team instead of like Looney, bro. I mean, get Looney out of there, bro. Fuck me. No, no. My bad, Looney. No, I don't know. I think Marky B with that Rocker team would be amazing.
It would be a better fit because he's with a few teammates which he's already been teaming with and stuff. So
yeah. Yo, yeah, chat, guys, chat and everyone who's watching on YouTube. What do you think of Marky B as a Rocker coach with who was the Rocker roster that we think's coming in? Bance, Cammy, Afro, and Attach. I think we said it was. Yeah, he would be a great coach on there. So who knows? Maybe it could happen. And then what else we got? Bevels, Revan, and JP are all free agents. JP is an analyst rather. He's one of the best ones in the league, so he's definitely going to get a spot somewhere. Revan, also a good coach, pretty liked around the scene as well. I hope he gets something. Bevels, I'm not sure would he get something. Kind of more known for his S&D, so we'll see if he gets anything. And then LA Gorillas looking for a new head coach. Oh yeah, okay. So I think Ricky moved to like some sort of like general manager role, and now they're looking for a coach. So maybe Sender could go there.
Yeah, we'll see.
You don't know. He could. Well, who would suit that 4-man team? Arcides, Bart, Hook, and Neptune. What sort of a coach would suit there?
Accuracy.
Accuracy, yeah.
Get him going. No, I don't know. Bro. I don't know. Well, it's just a case of waiting and seeing. I really can't predict coaches.
No, for sure. It'll be interesting.
Maybe Sender gets in there. We'll see.
Yeah, maybe. Nice to see Sender get a spot. So, yeah, I mean, that's it. We got the league CDL schedule. We got a lot of roster stuff going on. Of course, all this changes every day. I'm sure when tonight comes and I'm editing this video, there's going to be more announcements coming up right away. So I'm sure it's all going to be coming in. We'll have another show as well next Wednesday. Any closing comments, remarks, sentiments, Vex?
No, just excited for another week of Rostermania, man. Exciting stuff.
Yeah, exactly, man. Exciting stuff. It's going to be a good year ahead. It's going to be interesting to see all these new rosters. And yeah, thanks to everyone guys who tuned in live into the live stream. Appreciate you guys coming in. We're on the road to 2.5k followers here on the live stream. On the road to 200 subs again. I appreciate you guys showing the love. And on the YouTube side, guys, on the road to 200 subs over there as well. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the like button, and we will catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.